Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we will talk about exercise 2.5 of class 10 mathematics at page number 35. This is very interesting thing that we know that the quadratic equation has two roots. If somebody asks us that this is a quadratic equation, find its roots, find the values of x. So we can find it easily. We have three methods. First method is through factorization. Second method is through quadratic formula. And third method is through making it a perfect square. We can find both two roots. We can find both two answers. Suppose we have any quadratic equation x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation because it fulfills all the conditions according to the standard form. We don't know still what will be the answer, what will be the roots, what will be the values of x, because we are still not solving. But after solving it, we can find it, we can realize it, that what are two values of x. Still now, we can't find that what are the values of x. So after solving it, like if I'm going to apply factorization here, so midterm breaking x square minus 2x minus 3x plus 6 is equal to 0. That makes x common, and that makes minus 3 common. Very well know about these. X minus 2 and x minus 3 is equal to 0. We made it, and after that x minus 2 is equal to 0 and x minus 3 is equal to 0. That makes two values of x. First is x is equal to 2 and second is x is equal to 3, and that's it. Now the question is, on the starting of this question we can't realize that what will be the roots. Either can be 1 or 5 and so on, whatsoever. So from quadratic equation we can make two roots. But what if somebody asks us what will be the reciprocal of this? For example, if somebody gives us only these two roots and asks us that these are the roots of some quadratic equation. Now we don't know about this quadratic equation because our question starts from here. And the question is, make the quadratic equation whose roots are 2 and 3. On the starting of this question, we don't know about this 2 and this 3. But after solving it, we realize that these roots are 2 and 3. But on the starting of this one, if somebody asks us that which quadratic equation roots are these 2 and 3, this is basically the game. Now we are going to make some quadratic equations through roots. But from start, we make roots from quadratic equation. Now this is the reverse game. From roots, you have to make the quadratic equation, that which quadratic equation relates to these roots. So for that purpose, we have one equation formula that is very easy. X square minus sx plus capital P is equal to 0. And that's it. Now what is this s and what is this p? You have to learn about this formula. X square minus capital S x plus capital P is equal to 0. This s is, you know, that sum of roots. This capital P is product of roots. How we can make the sum of roots? Very easy, we can add them. And how we can make the product of roots? That's also very easy, we can make a multiplication of them. Now, according to this formula, we can make the quadratic equation very easy. Now we will start to exercise 2.5, question number 1, part 1. The question is, write quadratic equation having roots. Quadratic equation having roots that are 1 and 5. Now see that he's asking that make quadratic equation whose roots are 1 and 5. Basically, he is giving us answer. Basically, he is giving the roots 1 and 5. And we still don't know about that which quadratic equation that belongs to these roots. Which quadratic equation part is these roots 1 and 5. So we have to make that quadratic equation now. But before, in the previous lectures, we made roots from quadratic equation. Now we will make quadratic equation from roots. So now we have these two answers. Basically, these are two values of x. So we have this formula, x square minus sx plus p is equal to 0. We need just and only just these two things. First is sum and second is product, and that's it. First we have to find the sum of roots. Capital S. Capital S means sum of roots. So roots are these. First is alpha and second is beta. So sum will be 1 plus 5. That means 6. This is sum. And second is product of roots. Product means multiplication. So multiplication, this is alpha and this is beta. This is beta. So 1 will be going to multiply to 5. So P is equal to 5. This was our requirement. Now we will apply this formula x square minus sx plus p is equal to 0. Now put these values s and p, and that's it. X square minus s, sum means 6, x plus p means 5 is equal to 0. And that's it. Now we realize that this was a quadratic equation whose roots are 1 and 5. If you want to try its reverse again, you can solve it by apply quadratic formula, and you can apply factorization, and you will get obviously these two roots 1 and 5. Now we can make quadratic equation from its roots. Either in the previous lectures we made roots from the quadratic equation, and that's it. Now we will solve part number C. Part C is minus 2, 3. These are the roots, and he asked us that find the quadratic equation whose roots are minus 2 and 3. First we need the sum of roots. Sum means addition. Minus 2 and plus 3. We are going to add them, and sum is 1. And product of roots, that means multiplication. So minus 2 multiplied by 3. That makes minus 6. Now s and p value we have it. Now put them in formula x square minus s means 1 x plus p minus 6. Now that will become x square minus x minus 6 is equal to 0. This was a quadratic equation whose roots are minus 2 and 3. After that, all the questions are of same sense. We will solve part G and part H. Part G is 1 plus iota and 1 minus iota. This iota is the same one that you have already done within class 9. That what is iota, what are the conditions, what are the formulas of iota, and that's it. These are two roots. This is first root and this is second root. So we need that. We need to make the quadratic equation that whose roots are 1 plus iota and 1 minus iota. So first is sum of roots. First root is 1 plus iota, then plus sign, and then 1 minus iota. So make it minus iota will be cancelled to plus iota. So sum will be 2 and product will be 1 plus iota multiplied by 1 minus iota. And make them the product of it. The product is, you can see that 1 plus iota into 1 minus iota, that makes formula a plus b into a minus b, a square minus b square. So it makes 1 square minus iota square formula. So now P is equal to 1 square means 1 minus iota square. You have knowledge about it. Iota square means minus 1. So this minus is another side and this minus 1 will be another. Minus into this minus plus 1. So product is 2. We have it. Sum and product of roots. Now we will apply to this formula. Minus 2x plus 2 is equal to 0. So now we have it. This quadratic equation x square minus 2x plus 2 is equal to 0. And the last part that is also the same one, part h. First root is 3 plus square root 2. And the second root is 3 minus square root 2. 3 plus square root 2 and 3 minus square root 2. We don't have to confuse about it because we have already acknowledged that. The roots can be rational, the roots can be irrational, the roots can be imaginary. In the previous question, we have imaginary roots within the form of iota. And what about these roots? 3 plus square root 2 and 3 minus square root 2. These roots are irrational because it contains the irrational part like square root 2 here and here. So roots can be irrational. We concern about only that we have to make the quadratic equation whose roots are these irrational numbers. So we need sum of roots. First root is 3 plus square root 2. After that, positive sum because of this sum, and then 3 minus square root 2. Make it cancel, and sum is 3 plus 3, that is 6. After that, product. First is 3 plus square root 2, product with 3 minus square root 2. And make the formula a plus b into a minus b, mean to say a square minus b square. Square is cancelled with square root. 9 minus 2, that makes 7. Now we have it. We can make the quadratic equation. The roots are this. So x square minus sum, that is 6x plus p, that is 7, is equal to 0. And that's it. This was a question number 1. Now we will solve question number 2. Question number 2 is about if alpha and beta are the roots of this equation. Now you can see that in question number 2 we have one quadratic equation. Quadratic equation that is, okay, if alpha and beta are roots of which equation? X square minus 3x plus 6 is equal to 0. Now you can see that generally he applies the method that we have already done in previous classes. We don't know about the roots of this quadratic equation because this quadratic equation x square minus 3x plus 6 is equal to 0 is just saying that these roots are just alpha and beta. But in previous question, all the parts we have, all the roots. But in this case, we don't have any roots. We don't have any answer. What is alpha and what is beta? Okay. From these equations, whose root? Now the game is in this question. You know that from roots you can make the quadratic equation. From quadratic equation you can make the roots. But what if somebody tells you that somebody will going to spin the roots, change the roots, modify it, just like the first root alpha is, if somebody asks that the alpha root is 2 times greater than beta, then now make the question. Now what will be that equation of that kind of roots? So after spinning that roots, we will apply the same method, x square minus sx plus p is equal to 0, and make that question. Just now he is telling that x square minus 3x plus p plus 6 is equal to 0, and we don't have any roots. Just with the familiar name that is first root is alpha and second is beta. So mean to say that we don't know about these roots. Now the question is, from equation, form equation. Mean to say, again he is asking that make equation, but the question is, equation is already there. We don't want about this equation. He's just telling, he's just spinning these roots, alpha and beta. And then he wants us to make another equation that if we change these alpha and beta roots. First part, that is A, that makes 2 alpha plus 1. Form equation whose roots are 2 alpha plus 1 and 2 beta plus 1. Now see that he spin the roots. He just wants us to make another equation whose roots are, if we change these roots to this one. For example, this alpha, he thinks that alpha is going to multiply with this 2, like 2 times that root and plus 1. Now this root is not like this alpha. Suppose if alpha is 1, by applying this condition, alpha is not 1, because alpha into alpha, if this alpha is 1, then 1 multiplied by 2, that is 2 plus 1, that makes 3. And this beta is 2. Then after applying this condition, beta is not 2. 2 to the 4, 4 plus 1, 5. Now he wants us to make another equation. So first of all, we need that, again the same thing, sum of roots and product of roots. Sum of roots, previous, or you can say just first we need alpha plus beta. What is alpha plus beta? You have very well knowledge about that. Alpha plus beta mean these equations sum of roots, that is minus b over First of all, we need to mention that A, B, and C values. The value of A here is, what is the value of A? X square coefficient, that is 1. What is the value of B? X coefficient, that is -3. What is the value of C? This constant. Now apply them. Minus, and then B value, that is again with minus sign, over A, that is 1. So alpha plus beta is equal to 3. Remember again, these are the sum of roots of this equation. Okay. After that, we need that alpha beta. That alpha beta, you know that's C over. So what is C and what is A? You have all the values in front of you. That makes 6 over 1. So alpha beta is 6. You can see that alpha plus beta, that answer is 3. Alpha beta, that answer is 6. Basically, you have found just only the product of roots and sum of roots just for this equation. Now you have to spin them. Now you have to make them the condition just he wants it, and then make another equation. After that, coming back to his requirement, we want to make the equation criteria is just that formula, x square minus sx plus capital P is equal to 0. We want to make the equation whose roots are this. Now roots are this. He is going to spin those roots. So we will spin them. First we need sum this as. So according to given condition. Now apply the condition that he wants it. Which condition is? First is we need sum of roots. Sum means addition. So we are going to sum them. 2 alpha plus 1. After that plus sign, and then 2 beta plus 1. Now see that this 2 alpha plus 1 plus 2 beta plus 1, you can see that 1 plus 1, that makes this one, plus this one, that makes 2. After that 2 alpha can't be add to 2 beta, we can write it as it is 2 alpha plus 2 beta. Now what we will do, we can see that we have 2 common inside this. S is equal to 2 plus, make sure to take 2 common, alpha plus beta. 2 plus 2 into alpha plus beta. Now, what will be the situation? You know that we have alpha plus beta value as inside this. Alpha plus beta, that is 3. So, put in this. Now find the value of S. S is equal to 2 plus 2, 3 is 6, 6 plus 2, that makes 8. I hope you got this scenario. Now the second thing that we require, that is capital P. So for capital P, we need the product of these two. So capital P meaning to say the multiplication of 2 alpha plus 1 and 2 beta plus 1. Now make the multiplication of them. This 2 alpha will going to multiply to this 2 beta. 2 alpha into 2 beta makes 4 alpha beta. After that 2 alpha plus into 1, that makes 2 alpha. Then 1 multiplied by 2 beta, that makes 2 beta. And then 1 multiplied by 1, that makes 4. 4 after that alpha beta. Alpha beta, we have already alpha beta value, that is 6, put it sided, plus then again you have 2 common, alpha plus beta. And then 4 6 are 24 plus 2 into alpha plus beta, that makes 3 plus 1. And now solve it. 2 3s are 6 plus 1 7 and 7 plus 24, that makes 31. Now our sum and product of these equation roots are spin, are totally changed according to the examiner's requirement. We found that capital S and capital P. Now finally, we just need to put these S and these P values in this equation. And then we have the equation x square minus S. What is sum? 8 x plus P, that is 31. And that's it. Now you can see that this equation becomes this equation. How much is the difference after changing the roots? X square minus 3x plus 6 is equal to 0. So x square minus 8x plus 31 is equal to 0. If somebody changed the roots scenario. I hope you got the situation. I hope you got all the phenomena, all the scenarios. This is very easy. This is very interesting game. And this question is also very important according to board's point of view. Now again, we will solve part B. The part, remember that part B contains the same question, the same alpha plus beta value, the same alpha beta. Because if you are going to solve part B and again you need to make alpha plus beta value and alpha beta value. You don't need to apply again and again after getting the same situation. Just change. I'm going to change part A to just part B. That is alpha square and beta square. First, you need to understand what he is asking. I hope some of the students easily realize that what he's asking is asking that if alpha and beta are the roots of this equation, okay? Alpha and beta are the roots of this equation. We still don't know about that what are these alpha and beta values. And just we don't need to know about it, that what is alpha and what is beta. What if he spins, he changed this alpha to, just like in previous question, 2 alpha plus 1, but in this case, alpha to alpha square. For example, if this alpha was 3, and now he makes it square. Now it becomes 9. And if this b is 5, now it becomes b square into say 25. Now what will be that equation? Obviously that equation will not be x square minus 3x plus 6 is equal to that equation we need to find. Okay, so alpha square and beta square, first of all, we need alpha plus beta and alpha beta because it will use in this equation. Now, according to given condition, the condition is to make this that equation x square minus sx plus p is equal to 0. We need capital S and capital P values. So first is sum means addition of these two roots, alpha square and beta square. Now here another problem arises. The problem is alpha square plus beta square, so we need another formula. You know that a square plus b square is not the formula, but we can make it identity. As I have already told you that learn again and again, practice again and again by writing them. Write these formulas again and again until you have knowledge about it. You can't forget about the situation. You know that alpha square plus beta square, this formula is, recall it or check in your register. that alpha square plus beta square, it is basically alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. I have already told you this formula. What is alpha square plus beta square? Now put the values inside it. Alpha plus beta value we have it. That is 3. 3 square minus 2 alpha beta. Alpha beta value we also have it. And solve it. 3 square 9, 9 minus 12, that makes minus. We have capital S value now. Okay, alpha square plus beta square value, I am writing this value because it is possibility that in any part, he again asked about this value, so I am writing it here. Is equal to minus. Okay. We have S value, and now we need capital P value, that is multiplication of alpha square and beta square. Now, how you can make the multiplication? You can see that alpha square and beta square both have powers 2. So you can write it as alpha and beta in combined power because they are going to multiply and multiply. You can make the combined power. Also, you can make the combined power if these two numbers are in fraction form, in divide form. You can make the combined power. So alpha beta, we have it 6. 6 square mean 36. We have product values, and just now the final thing. What is the final thing? I hope you understand it. P and S value, you just have to put it now in this formula. X square minus S. Remember that this minus sign is another one, and within S there is another minus sign, that is minus X plus P, that is 36. Now it becomes X square plus 3X plus 36 is equal to 0. And that's it. Now you can see that this quadratic equation will change to this one by just spinning their roots, alpha to alpha square and beta to beta square. And now we can make the equation that it becomes x square plus 3x plus 36 is equal to 0. After that, we have another 3 parts, and you can apply the same method, the same phenomena, the same scenario against it. For example, in part C, you have 2 roots, 1 over alpha and 1 over beta. So after applying them, the sum of roots and product of roots, you can make it. Again and again, you need alpha plus beta value and alpha beta value, and you have to put them these values. Now, we realize that or we can see that in part B, because within this part you can easily solve part C and part D. According to this part, those parts are easy to do. First root is alpha plus beta, and the second root is 1 over alpha plus 1 over beta. Now we have to form the equation. Those roots are these. We have sum of roots already, alpha plus beta minus b over a, that is 3. We have already. Now according to the given condition, for given condition, we need to make it. First is sum alpha plus beta plus 1 over alpha plus 1 over beta. Make sum of all of it. First, alpha plus beta, we have the value of it 3 plus 1 over alpha and 1 over beta. Make the LCM alpha beta and then beta plus alpha. I have already told you that what alpha plus beta and beta plus alpha makes same sense, the same thing, that is 3 divided by alpha beta, that is 6. So 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6. So make the LCM 3 plus 1 over 2 and get the answer of S. And now for product of roots, product means multiplication of them, that is 1 is alpha plus beta and multiplication of 1 over alpha plus 1 over beta. Again the same thing after making multiplication of them, alpha beta and then beta plus alpha. Alpha plus beta and beta plus alpha makes the same thing, 3 and again 3 and alpha beta, that is 6. So 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6. So P is equal to 3 by 2. Now you have a T value and S value and make sure that you have to put the correct values in S and P, and then you have it. In the next lecture, we will talk about exercise 2.6 and question number 3 of exercise 2.5. Now, if you have any question, you can ask it now, and thank you.